mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. One chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 11, hands down, was probably, not even gonna say probably, because I said it in the middle of reading this chapter. This is my favorite chapter out of all 11 chapters. And I know I called it months ago, like 2 months ago. I'm like, Kishi gonna go 12 for 12 when chapter 9 came out. Little did I know, because this whole time, chapter 4 has been my favorite Boruto chapter. It's called Awakening. So much shit going on that chapter. Boruto leaving Kawaki in the dust. He's debuting Flying Raijin. Jura, Hidari, Matsuri, the Bug Shinju are born. Code is getting embarrassed by Boruto throughout the chapter. More Ten Tails information. Kashin Koji makes his appearance. Chapter 4 was crazy, bro. Remained my favorite chapter religiously until chapter 11. Chapter 11 was wild. Now, I don't want to just sit here, gas the entire chapter without literally talking about the contents, but I wanted you guys to understand that I cannot emphasize enough how great of a chapter this was. And we're going to go over why I specifically thought this was hands down the best chapter in order. It goes chapter 11, chapter 4, and it took me a minute, but I came to agreement with chapter 7. Those are the best 3 chapters for me personally in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. Now, chapter 11 picks up right where it left off. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, share the video with your friends, and let's hop to it. Yes, Sirski, we got Hidari on a cold Chidori-esque cover, gold, black, you know what I'm saying, black and yellow. Shout out to all my New Orleans Wheezy fans, however you want to call it. We see the storm, Thor, thundercloud, lightning in the background, you know what I'm saying, Percy Jackson, whatever you want to call it. Me personally, it looks like a whole bunch of like scattered Chidoris just all around the back, and it really makes sense, right? Because this guy is essentially having an identity crisis throughout the entire chapter, but it plays into part, right? We open up the chapter picking up right where we left off. So finally, Big Enojin survived. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who has a problem, how they have a problem, and why they have a problem with it. Enojin is alive, and once he's back on his toes, the entire Mangekyo Sharingan gang is gonna be at full throttle. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be complete, right? And we got a lot to talk about in terms of the Mangekyo gang, because our star pupil really took I ain't even gonna say took the spotlight, because too much happened in this chapter. But our star pupil, what did she do? She do what we all do. We grab it and we hold it down. That's exactly what we do. She held shit down this chapter. So she revives, or essentially heals Enojin. She tells Shikadai, look, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not too fond of this. I'm pretty new actually, so I don't know if I put his heart where his liver should be, maybe where his left lung should be, even though that's like a completely different, just get this man to the hospital. Long story short, and Shikadai's like, Nani? You feel me? Taking over his best Shikamaru impression. And he's like, bro, what's going on? Her leg was broken. Now everything's looking neat and dandy. And Jura's like, bro, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do, but just understand, Himawari is speaking facts. I told y'all chapters ago, I have no quarrel with y'all. My business is with the Nine Tails. And Himawari's like, yo, let's leave the battlefield. Let me handle Jura. And then look, I told y'all, bro. Big Himawari, she's stepping up. She's stepping up to the plate. She's taking after her father, Naruto Uzumaki. Now, one thing I wanted to notice, and I wanted to say, I haven't been one on this very much. And I always thought people would be capping. And I'm going to be extremely 100% serious here. I always thought people would be capping or just saying it for the sake of saying it. It's like, but shout out to artists in the fact that they can do something like this in terms of real life. Himawari looks so much like Naruto, even way more than Boruto. And it's crazy because when I'm looking at both of their faces, Boruto looks so much more like Hinata than Himawari. And I've seen this before. It's not like I just made a grandiose discovery. I've seen this before, but it's always something I'm like, hey, if you don't get your cap ass out of here, y'all just trying to. But I'm really looking at the facial features and I'm like, no, she looks like Naruto, and she has some facial features that you wouldn't find on Boruto. It's easy because Boruto had the same hair structure and kind of outward dynamic as Naruto, but in terms of her inner linings and the jaw structure and her kind of expressions, Himawari is a one-to-one of Naruto. Like, she looks just like this thing. I'm not even saying it because of the Kurama thing, right? So Shikadai comes to his senses. He admits to the fact that, yo, Himawari done turned up on us. She left us in the dust. Chocho could not accept it. So she's like, shorty, if you don't come back with a plate of pancakes, I'm slapping you across the head. Now, I don't know if we're going to take that bar lightly, but we understand that at this point, she really can't do shit to Himawari. So we're going to take that with a grain of salt. They make their way off, and then it starts to get real, real gritty. Now, the best chapter, why is this the best chapter? It's just a lot of reasons. Of course, one of the main reasons, y'all already know, big Boruto Uzumaki. Mangekyo Gang was just shining all chapter long this chapter. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But also, the best, now tell me if I'm wrong, Himawari versus Jura is the best fight in Two Blue Vortex. Now this review is going to be a little unorthodox. When we get to the context of a lot of serious things, that's when we're going to start breaking it down, right? Video by video. But in terms of the chapter, right, the things are starting to turn up. And I don't know if it's personally me because I read it on Manga Plus. I don't know where y'all read it at, Viz Media, Shonen Jump, Manga Plus, or, you know what I'm saying, the other pirated sites. But the paneling, this chapter, and I've never been one. I count on one hand how many manga I've read, right? And Boruto is the only one that I've actually kept up with throughout the entirety of the story. So in terms of art, it's like Boruto is what I know, so that's what I get. So I haven't really been one to gripe as it's been opposed to in the in community throughout the past about Ikimoto's art, about his paneling, about like comparing it like, oh, if we had better panel. And now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I've never had a problem. Y'all never heard me complain. But this chapter, this fight specifically, I don't know what he was going with the paneling, but Jura's flying in the sky. First of all, Himawari punches this man through the ground. He's flying through the dirt. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of flying through the dirt, he just jumps up in the middle of the sky. She looks, she braces herself. She charges up a Biju bomb, and he's flying straight at her. And then the minute he sees the ball, he stops. Fires up his own ball, right? And then the paneling gets even colder because now they're shooting the ball at each other, and then everything is exploding, and then Shikadai's looking in the distance. I'm like, bro, they got diagonal. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I get it. So if Ikimoto, if he's bringing this flair more and more each chapter, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this part of the reason why it was my favorite chapter. I wasn't used to the paneling being like this, and maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's just because I read it on Manga Plus this chapter, but I'm like, nah, I don't gonna lie to y'all. Like, he only had 2 panels on one. I'm like, okay, he's really like utilizing the pages in a different way that's bringing a different feel to the chapter, and it kind of made the fight feel so fresh to me. Y'all know, if y'all been watching the channel for a long time, Naruto Next Generation's Boruto, my favorite fight in Boruto Part 1, hands down, we're not talking about the anime, my favorite fight, hands down, without a question, without a shadow of a doubt, Kashin Koji versus Jigen / Ishiki, the greatest fight. And it was one of those fights because I like the dynamics, and then so many different things was going on in the panels in that fight. But this fight, I ain't gonna say it gave me the same vibes, but it gave me the vibes of like, yes, bro, like a real true to down to earth Naruto fight where, you know, it's understood a winner and a loser is going to be made, but the fight gave us what it needed to do. Despite, you know, Himawari ain't win, you know what I'm saying? I called it. I was like, yo, Himawari sorry they for the hit Jura, and he died with a little 1-2 mix combo, and then boom, they finna get folded. 3-1 comeback at the end of the series. I told y'all, Shinju finna make a 3-1 comeback, but little did they know, Game 7 was going to be tougher than, like, you know what I'm saying, shit was going, because before Boruto pulls up and protects Himawari at the end of the fight, right, Himawari really held it down, bro. Shout out to Himawari. Shout out to Shikadai. Jura out here. I don't like the man. I got respect for the man. I'm going to give y'all that. He really was born yesterday. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, anything crazy about it. He's learning and he's trying to get used to the world. So Sarada is out here going crazy, right? And then finally, to all of y'all who's been hiding in the dust, hiding in the shadows, Konohamaru friends, come on outside. You know what I'm saying? Open the doors. Because my guy pulled out a Rasen barrier wind style, like whatever y'all want to call it, mixture of Uzuhiko, mixture of Shojoji's little wind barrier that Boruto had to create the Rasen compression against, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how, But this guy Konohamaru in his head over the last 3 years, he's like, look, bro, the minute I see this man Sasuke, bro, talking about something he done helped Boruto off Naruto, it's quiet, bro, you're dead. I got something for your head. So he goes for Rasengan, right? And Hidari's on his blind side. Him and Sarada are talking, having very interesting conversations. And of course, Hidari just comes out and says it, bro. Y'all are asking crazy questions right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, stop being so ridiculous. And the nerve of this guy, right? You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. And I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I don't like him either, but in terms of between the two, I like Hidari better. My respect is higher for Jura, but I like Hidari better because of his character. But Jura and Hidari together, that's a hilarious combo. You cannot defeat that. But anyways, he's like, yo, what's going on with y'all niggas? Like, leave me alone. And then Sumire is like, I got it. This nigga's after Sarada. He's asking all these weird ass questions. He can do what Sasuke does, and he's after something, and he does it. He's after Sarada, bro. Like, let's make it make sense. So Sumire just breaks the ball, you know what I'm saying? And then Konohamaru goes in for the first attack, right? So Sarada gets caught off guard, and I know in the spoilers people are thinking sometimes Jura probably interrupted in the fight. Sarada literally got caught off guard, middle conversation. Hidari played his hand right because in 2 instances we see where he learned from his mistake when Sarada dodged his Chidori point blank and tagged his ass, right? He learned, okay, one, I need the Sharingan in order to prevent getting tagged. Not having the Sharingan doesn't take away any speed feats or durability or whatever feat, but it takes away from the mere fact that if you don't have the Sharingan and you try to perform the Chidori and you miss, good fucking luck, because you're not going to dodge the attack that's coming up next, right? So Hidari figures that out. So what does he do? Konohamaru goes for a Rasengan. He grabs this man's leg after dodging. He said, fuck it, Chidori to the face, right? And Konohamaru's brand new jutsu comes through, saves the day, right? Scaling is finna go off the walls with that one. Konohamaru fans are about to be like feeding off of this for the next few months because we don't know the next time he's finna get a fight. But very, very, very impressive feat right there for Konohamaru. He looks, he tags, you know what I'm saying? He tags Sumire. Sarada is still trying to get her life together because she done got shocked, right? She in the middle of the conversation. He's reaching either in his pocket or slowly on the ground because he's kind of under the guise of he's still getting back up because he literally just came through a claw mark. And then whole time his hand never comes out. His hand stays in the claw mark, ends up reaching behind Sarada. Chidori's the mess out of her. I understand why people get mad at that, but I'm going to take it for what it is because the fight still has a lot much more to go forward towards. Everything is getting crazy. Things are heating up. Sarada's on the brink of destruction. Himawari's on the brink of destruction. So what happens? My guy, Big Boruto, pulls up, right? So my baby mom is flying through the sky with the biggest op of all ops, this nigga Kaoki. They're talking about what am I finna do? Not necessarily what am we finna do, but Delta's like, they just whooped the shit out of you, bro. Kaoki's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's true, but hey, Himawari had nothing to do with this. I can't let her get whooped. At the end of the day, if it has to be me getting whooped in her place, I'd rather that. Film straight through the sky. This dude Boruto is so fast, he was literally black streaks in the panel. And Kaoki jaw just dropped because he's like, bro, this dude just had trouble with karma. So either one, he's thinking Momoshiki just took over because there's no way, and he's gonna be in denial, Boruto can be this much faster and stronger than me. Or two, he's gonna be like, what the hell is going on? How did Boruto get this much faster and stronger than me? What the fuck have I been doing this entire time? But I really hope he hangs on to the idea that if Himawari is in trouble, let me know ASAP. Fuck what Boruto's doing right now. Let me just get to Himawari because that's obviously where he's going. So as things go forward, Boruto does what Boruto does, right? So Himawari's on the brink. Froom flies straight through. Don't even get Jura a chance to finish talking. Jura's like, bro, what? This nigga Boruto, and I like how they're doing it. They're trying to keep Boruto and Jura away from each other long enough to give us the idea like, okay, y'all got to think it. Like, who y'all think gonna come out on top? I'm gonna tell you, I don't know, but I'll tell you who Jura can't beat though. My nigga Damon, so he better fucking tighten up because Damon about to pop up next chapter and go crazy. So after he flies and rescues Himawari instantly, you know, he flying Raijins to Sarada's location and then chops the mess out of Hidari's arm and shows up on the field looking crazy. Now, Jura's like, bro, that damn annoying ass jutsu, right? That flying Raijin. And it kind of recalls back to when Jigen and Sasuke were fighting and Sasuke kept on hitting him with the Amino, whatever, the switching places jutsu. And Jigen like, that damn Rinnegan, bro. Like, fuck. So now Jura's like, that damn flying Raijin, I done seen it back in the 10 Tails dimension. I done seen it here. You just like messing shit up and disappearing. Like, fuck Boruto. And then Hidari's like, this nigga Boruto Otsutsuki, where the hell your ass come from? So much is about to go. Like, this chapter was lit. I loved it. Absolutely my favorite chapter. Boruto pulled up and saved the day like a complete G. So now what's about to happen is, I don't know, but chapter 12 is going to be the biggest cliffhanger out of all 12 of these chapters. So I'm really trying to think the craziest thing Kishimoto can do this next chapter and make it make sense. So Jura's going to have to make his way to where Hidari's at. Either he's good that or he's going to pop up through the claw mark and everybody's going to have a face-off. Konohamaru is going to have to give word of mouth like, yeah, man, we seen Boruto. He saved Himawari, and I seen him with my own eyes save Sarada. So, like, what's going... Bro, let me know how y'all feel about Boruto Chapter 11. And like, what are y'all looking forward to? What's your most favorite part of the chapter? And what do you anticipate for Chapter 12? And how do y'all feel about, specifically, Himawari versus Jura, Boruto saving the day, and how Sarada and Hidari's confrontation went, with Konohamaru debuting some surprises, right? And just things are getting crazy. So the battlefield is actually getting scattered right now. Shikadai and his squad are back on their way, to safety. One of Konohamaru's Chunin on his team just got burnt to a crisp, right? Konohamaru just got sent flying. Okay, so we got another no-name Chunin. We got Sumire knocked out. We got Sarada on the ground. Boruto just came saving the day. Well, actually, Konohamaru isn't still flying because he stood up. He was able to see Boruto popping up. So a lot of things are mixy right now. I don't know. Like I said, my best bet that I can make right now for happening next chapter for sure is Jura making his way to the battlefield where Hidari is at, and everybody is going to be there. But what I'm hoping for is this man Damon to pull up next chapter and really take his head and slap it off of Jura's shoulder, like slap the mess out of Jura's head and let it spin like an NBA edit or something, and to go about your day, go back to eating Dunkaroos and yogurt, bro, or something, bro. But we got to get this man Jura off of the map. No questions asked. It's your boy Black Chia. Boruto Chapter 11, hands down my favorite chapter in TBV Vortex. Let me know how y'all feel about the chapter. Holla at your boy until my next video. I'm gonna holla at y'all, Black Chia. Yes, sir. Ski.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high.
Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said